Guys, I'm playing Stardew Valley and I've played it before, but like I'm about to cry. I don't know why. Either I don't remember or I've never watched the intro. Like, hello? Hello? Like, don't make me cry right now. What the heck? Oh, shut up! I'm gonna cry, genuinely. Good morning, guys, and welcome to this video, to my channel. Hope you've been having a good few weeks of November. I'm still like a little bit asleep. I literally rolled out of bed like 2 seconds ago. Yeah, so it's Thanksgiving week and I wanted to make a little cozy autumn vlog. We're kind of more into winter, it feels like, than fall now. I'm not visiting family this Thanksgiving because I'm going to visit family in December and stuff. So because of that, I'm gonna try to kind of like make my week as cozy and like fun as possible. The days are shorter, so I kind of have like waves with it. Sometimes the short days are like scary to me. And then sometimes I just feel kind of normal about it. So I have a few like little things planned, which they're not really like that big of a deal, but to me, it just kind of adds a little bit of a difference to the week. So I told myself I can get sushi. And I have started a new Stardew Valley farm last night and literally stayed up till like 2 a.m. I don't know how I'm awake because it's like 8 a.m. right now. And I thought I was gonna sleep in because I slept so late last night. But yeah, I also have a readathon planned for this week, which I'm so excited about. I'm gonna do a 24-hour readathon, which I've done previously with my friends and stuff in person. Like my friends came over to my house and we like stayed up as late as possible. Then they went home and then we woke up in the morning and like met up again and started reading. Which was so fun, but like I'm not there anymore. So I think we might do it virtually with my friend if she's free. But yeah, so I already have sushi and a readathon planned. And I also want to progress on Stardew Valley as much as possible on my like alone farm or whatever, because I've played with other people and like gotten pretty far, but this is like the first, well, it's not the first, but it's the first farm that I've like fully committed. Like I'm giving people gifts. I'm farming. Yeah, and then reading update for this week, other than the readathon. So I'm gonna see if I can read one of the books that I picked for myself during the readathon, just so I can kind of like knock two birds out with one stone. But I did want to tell you guys about two books that I'm reading right now. I'm reading Intermezzo, which I'm almost done with. I think I'm like 92% of the way through. I have been so thoroughly enjoying this book, much more than I thought I would. Very briefly, I feel like it could have been shorter. That's the one thing I will say. And the writing style has been super confusing. She's doing it intentionally. I'll get into it more later. Length and the writing style, a little bit of a like problem. And I don't want to say like problem because I think it adds to it and I know it's intentional. But other than that, I think I like it better than Normal People. The only other book I've read by her is Normal People. And I think I like this one more. I really enjoy what she's doing with like sibling relationships and grief. And there's so much else going on. Like there's class, there's social status, there is capitalism. All of this like is in the background, which makes so much sense, right? When you're talking about real people, you're also talking about all of these things. Really, really well done so far. Plus, she botches the last like 10%. I don't imagine it's gonna be worse. I really enjoy it. I know that a lot of people have been complaining about the length and like also the writing style, which again, it is very confusing and I've had to reread a few times, and the like not using the quotes is an interesting choice that she continues to make, which I have thoughts about that. One thing I will say about Sally Rooney's writing style, at least in this book and the other one that I've read, is that it very much feels like listening through a door and everything is muffled. So you get like an understanding of what's going on, but you're not privy to exactly what's going on. And I think that's the difference between having quotes and not having quotes, is that when you're having quotes, you feel as the reader like you're directly in the room, you're hearing every word. But when you're not using quotes, it genuinely feels like you're listening through a wall or you're listening through a door, and like you might be understanding what's going on. I can hear that. It's my heater. I have a gas heater. Yeah, it's like you're listening through the wall. And I think that's really interesting because especially in a book like this where it's about grief and it's about like the intimacies of human life, it lends itself to the reality. Because because one thing about books is like usually, unless you have an unbiased narrator, why was that so hard for me to say? Unless you have a biased narrator, you usually feel like you know exactly what's going on at any given point, right? Because of the distance created with the not using of the quotes and like the lack of clarity sometimes of like who's saying what or if they're even saying something. Because you'll have a lot of moments like with Peter, for example, he's saying a bunch of things. You have to kind of like identify for yourself what's been said aloud versus what he's thinking about saying. It's very much like creating a distance that is kind of needed, because if you think about it in real life, like when you're interacting with different people, when they tell you a story, they'll miss out on some things that were said, or they'll forget to mention something, or even if they tell you everything, it's like only their side. I'll get into it more. I basically said all my notes now, but I don't care. Really enjoying Intermezzo though, a lot more than I expected to. Like I kind of want a physical copy to put on my shelf because that one I really liked. I like Normal People too, but I don't know, maybe I'm due for a reread. I don't remember reading it as enthusiastically as I'm reading Intermezzo. And then I also right now just started the audiobook for Blue Sisters by Coco, which is funny that I'm listening to that because and it wasn't an intentional choice in the sense of like, okay, this is about this, let me listen to this. I literally just went on Spotify. I noticed I had hours again. I went on Spotify, I saw it was one of my saved titles, and I was like, you know what, let me just listen to that. Both stories, Intermezzo and Blue Sisters, deal with grief and deal with siblinghood and having siblings. Well, I love when that happens unintentionally, and I think like the more you read, the more you pick up on it and how similar different books will be and how they'll be about like roughly the same things but just done in differently. So yeah, that's the update. Welcome to this Thanksgiving autumn final days of autumn vlog. The lighting is just going crazy because it's such a weirdly like cloudy sunny day, so it gets like really bright and then it gets really dark. Anyway, I told myself that I want to go out today because I don't want to spend like the whole week indoors, and I know that on the 25th/26th, Thanksgiving and Black Friday, I'm gonna probably stay at home. It's Sunday. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I'm gonna go out, probably get a coffee or a smoothie. I'm kind of so torn, and I know those are like very different things, coffee and a smoothie, but I'm kind of torn between which one I want. And then I'm also gonna get sushi today. I think my friend and I are gonna finish watching Yellow Jackets, which we only have 2 episodes left, which I'm like kind of devastated over because it's so good, you guys. It's so creepy, but it's done so well. As you can probably tell from the reflection in my glasses, my controller batteries died. I've been playing Stardew Valley. Who's surprised? While I was playing, I was listening to Blue Sisters, which I just finished. It gets to this part where one of the sisters is like, she like admits that she likes this dude, and the dude's like, oh, I'm too old for you, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And I immediately had this thought of Joe and the German professor from Little Women. Now I can't stop thinking about how Blue Sisters is literally just Little Women, only they're all like having issues. I finished the book. It's literally that. Like I literally just, it took me up until like 80% to realize this, and then I was like, wait. But it was good. I honestly liked it better than I liked Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I had been so excited for that book, but I didn't end up liking it very much. I will also say, I think the narrator wasn't great as well. So that was also part of the reason why I probably didn't like this one as much as I might have. As you can see, I have like clothes and stuff. I was kind of going between playing and then I'd get tired cleaning my room in my house. Tomorrow I'm gonna like deep clean the house, which I'm really excited about. So fun. And like organizing my clothes. I've started packing slowly. I don't know about anyone else, but whenever I have a trip, I feel like I have to pack from like weeks in advance, especially long trips. Oh, and there you go. Actually, let me turn that back on. Yeah, so this is just like a couple of hoodies and stuff that I want to carry with me. Tomorrow is literally just about cleaning the house. I'm gonna make food. I am going to finish, like I'm probably gonna finish intermezzo tonight. So if I like literally, guys, I have to carry this with me, like keep it nearby so I can just like pop it on and be like, guys, listen to this. That's the update for now. I'll let you guys know where I'm at with intermezzo. I'm not gonna show myself because I'm not wearing my scarf, but I'm literally tearing up. I'm at 96%. All I'm gonna say is I'm tearing up. Thank you. Good morning. Yesterday was just like relax and just breathe and whatever. So main thing on the docket today is going to be cleaning. Kitchen and like wash the dishes and stuff. Got this, it's from Trader Joe's, and I'm just gonna cook up some chicken and then warm this up and like mix it all together. I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the day either reading or playing Stardew or both. That's kind of the plan for the rest of the day. She's so busy. Also, I got flowers. Let me show you. Look how pretty. I still have to like open them obviously and then put them in my vase. They're the only ones that look like this at Trader Joe's. Look how pretty. And then I'm gonna take off my makeup because I tried something a little different and I feel like, I don't know how I feel about it. Dinner is served. I just like cooked the chicken in some sauce that I had with peas, and then that's the pasta. And then this is just some seaweed snacks. And these are my friends. Good morning, guys. So it's Thanksgiving Day, and if you hear raining in the background, it is actually raining, but I put on a little ambient video and we're just gonna spend the whole day kind of relaxing. I have a readathon planned for today, which I'm gonna probably get started closer to the like afternoon, and then it's gonna go into tomorrow afternoon hopefully. And it's gonna be a very chill readathon. I don't think I read very fast, all that fast, but I have a few books that I'm thinking about reading during that time specifically, and I thought I would read them, check in with you throughout the 24 hours and see where that goes. I have like a little bit of a Thanksgiving meal kind of planned for myself. Very low key, very simple, but I'm excited to like just set it up in the plates and stuff. And yeah, so I'm not gonna start cooking until probably later in the day. I think right now I'm probably gonna start playing Stardew for a little while, just because I don't want to like do any work today. Nothing, no work, no nothing. But yeah, I had a dream last night that I was like grading student papers. So So as you can imagine, that's like immediately on my mind right now, but we'll not today. Not today. And yeah, it's so gloomy and like dark out that I just turned on the lights and I turned on my candle, which I think I've talked about it before, but it's my favorite candle. It's called Cinnamon Sugar Apple by Yankee Candle, but don't buy it full price. You can find it at like Target for like half the price. Just be aware of that. But let's spend the day together for the rest of this week's vlog. I'm really excited to like cook and stuff, and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just gonna be making fish today. I know you're supposed to have turkey on Thanksgiving, but I don't even like how the turkey tastes, so I'm gonna stick to my salmon. Okay. I haven't seen him in a while. So this bird, he was born here, like his mom, I'm pretty sure. Then they ruined the nest and left after the babies were grown enough. But then he came back and I recognized him by, he has like a beard on his chin. I don't know if you can tell, but you see that like dark spot that's under his beak? And I always just imagine he has a beard. I hadn't seen him for a few days, so I'm glad he's back. We have an update, guys. I'm that much closer to getting Haley and Penny to fall in love with me. And Harvey. Crazy, we know. Okay, that's better. I'm just here to close out the vlog. I kind of stopped recording after Thanksgiving Day because I didn't really do anything. I spent the rest of my time just playing Stardew and listening to audiobooks. I didn't end up doing the readathon, but I had a readathon of sorts because all I was doing was playing Stardew and reading, like listening to an audiobook. So I finished Blue Sisters during that time, and I also finished Bird King, which I talked about in my wrap-up video. This is tying up a little bit late. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending the Thanksgiving with me. I hope it was fun to watch. I had a really fun time just like recording myself going through the motions. I'm still actively reading The Raven Boys and Kafka on the Shore right now, which I've been having a really good time with. So vlog for that coming very soon. I think it's gonna come the week after I post this. Fingers crossed that I get to finish reading all of those by that point, because I did tell myself I would throw the books away. Not actually, but I would give the books away if I couldn't manage to read them. Anyway, I'm so thankful this Thanksgiving. I've been having just a lot of gratitude. I don't know, life is so beautiful. And I woke up this morning and it was snowing. It's officially December when I'm closing this out, and it's definitely officially winter now because it's snowing and it's beautiful. And yeah, thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Goodbye.